I spent over 300 hours exploring the vast open.
Okay, everything should be working fine. I'll turn up my desktop audio a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to do some MSQ today, so I'm going to be streaming it for a little bit. And please, one of you is on YouTube and the other one of you is on Twitch. What even is that emote? I don't know what that is. Also, I'm going to be playing some Triple Triad. I'm sure that's going to be entertaining for both of you. Spot of Triple Triad sounds lovely. I can use the cards I stored here. Unfortunately, I couldn't find instructions for the game, so you'll have to teach me. Also, they suck. I understand. Wow, cool mallet with a happy face on it. Yo, aren't you at Disneyland? Wait, hold on. How are you putting messages in my YouTube chat if you're at Disneyland? All an ace 3 open. Maybe I should hold on to this then. Oh, never mind. They don't have any ace cards. I seem to be in a bad position. They're going to flip my... never mind, they're bad. You know, sometimes you just get lucky. Yes. Correct. Undefeatable. Give me my card. That was so easy. Alas, it appears I've lost. I wonder if there aren't some better cards stored in here somewhere. Perhaps I'll ask my colleagues if they have any to trade. Yeah, okay, whatever. Cope. Yeah, dude, it was the boss baby. Except the boss baby lost, so, you know, didn't even have a choice. Greetings, we're here to peruse the Archeon's vaults. Peruse, you're clearly not gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? You belong to the students of Baldesian. Is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Alright, rat. Something tells me you're not here for the lore, so... I shan't be offended if your interest wanes. Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along on other facility. This building is a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? Service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time, it'll be too late. We're so close to getting answers. Need to rethink our approach. Let's step outside for the moment, shall we? Students of Baldesian. Alright, what do you got to say, Alize? If they're gonna close off facilities, they ought to announce it. Students must be furious. I'm sure they are. Labyrinthos is constructed in the shape of a mortar. This upper layer is called the outer circuit. The medial circuit is one tier below us. Okay, so that means there's a bottom one? Forum must be wary of exposure indeed to heavily restrict the use of public institutions. Impasse. We have no other leads, I would like to peruse this one further. I doubt our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. It's likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Just ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. Yeah, and I've got like 4 strong backs. Just like all implanted into my single back. They did a really good job at making it look natural, but really I'm a hideous abomination under the shirt. The new student. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us in. Actually, we don't know what it is that we found. There's not a record of this creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Honest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we have to take care of it until the Archeon is open again. Well, that's not useful. Hey, Chocobo Peep, how's it going? This is my first time. I'm not gonna hire a Chocobo because this is kind of a worthless service. You can just walk everywhere. I do find it interesting that they, like, included flight paths, like in WoW, but not really. Like, you don't use that crap. Yes, I can see through the giant bird. Very good. Guess who I'm looking for isn't in here. Where might they be? I'm at a loss. There we are. Bone weary? Ah, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Someone whose bones are weary. Take you down on the lift with me. Not a chance. I've been up and all down all day, and only now have I found a spare moment to rest. I could see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate here, though, shouldering a large pack and just some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down after he's done with whatever he's doing. I can't jump over this. If you think of anything good, it'd be a giant robotic beetle. It's a good mount. I have to farm the other ones. Like, I really want to do the savage raids for the other tiers as well. Brighten it away! Oh, it's you again. I didn't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The cloudkin I need to capture is close. I'll catch it. You wish to help me with this. Spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are better than 1. Very well. Canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Feathers are green. Its cry a distinctive caw. Alright, something's definitely going on with this hornbill thing. Isn't, like, Emmett Selk a hornbill, technically, like, in lore or something? Did I imagine that? Oh, yes, I mounted up just to stand here. Just have to move my camera and stuff? Oh, okay. It's like the beaver mini game. That's what you wanted, right? Well, that is not what I thought it was. Still, I don't know what the lore behind that one bird is in the crystarium. I know there's something to it. And I'm so pleased with myself for shooting a bird.
A fair shot.
I think the fridge is making ice noises. It's kind of loud and terrifying.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
My Bonoy brethren.
There you are. Any new revelations?
Yes. I'm Bonoy sexual. Just thought I'd let you guys know.
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill.
Oh yeah, that's what I said, for sure.
I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
No, not bunny sexual. It's completely different thing. Completely different thing.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum.
There's a bird there.
The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands.
Probably nothing good then.
Archons are not privy to the truth.
Here, let me change my camera.
Those who are-
I had like a jank angle. Alright, that's better. Those who are the researchers involved in the secretive work are not permitted to walk freely in the city and are instead required to live in isolated quarters. Interesting, really?
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
What kind of experiment could they possibly do on a bird?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation. But
I mean,
judging by the
you know,
reputation
that
they've given
secretive,
to me
yeah.
and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the forum's plans.
Like this
Our
guy's
prime
accent.
concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future
Sorry,
generations.
cracking my knuckles. Probably doesn't sound that good over the mic.
Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Oh yeah?
This
And what
path
way would
leads
that
to the
be?
33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
Oh good.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Thank you for your bidding. Perhaps I shall have a good day.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Alright, time to go play Minecraft. Going down into the mines, boys. I'm gonna get killed by 10,000 seedlings on my way to getting some diamonds. Oh, I had to sneeze for a second. Ah, the music is just so nice. Alright, Alphino has something to say, so... It's dark. It's under us, unlike the lowest level. With its rigid security, one can usually roam the middle layer quite freely. Let's see what we might find. I've never noticed this cave on my own. Think the scholar that Aaronville knew of it. We're there to persuade him to share. Okay, fair enough. This must be it. Entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures honed there by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we must watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Well, let's go then. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I suggest we head in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow, and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. You know, for how much voice acting there is in this game, I'm surprised they didn't just, like, go all the way with it. At least for this expansion. Just go like, alright, everything's voiced now. I can mount. Hardly a good reason to walk otherwise. Nothing in here is weird mushroom frogs. That's hardly scary. I guess I have to stand here and wait to be attacked. It's just more mushroom frogs. These things are ugly. Alright, simple enough. Hardly a challenge for one such as I. It's gonna go around. Well, it saw me anyway. This is hardly like an abandoned mine shaft. Like, this place is enormously vast. Like, for them to have just cut into rock. Look at how tall it is. What is this? When do I get Sheltron 2? Electric Boogaloo. I mean, that's what we're really here for, right? Oh yeah, dude, you're right. They went a little ham on the strip fighting. I wonder if they actually found diamonds or they just wasted their time. But I love when you go to, like, the exact coordinates for diamonds and you just strip mine in a direction. And you make this huge hole and you find no diamonds at all. It's just like, alright, cool. Thanks, Minecraft. But then you, like, turn on your see-through vision eyeballs and it's like there's diamonds, but they're just in the exact places you didn't look. I give you trade offer. 700,000 cobblestone or redstone. Wow. Pog. To have made it through the indeed. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident, nothing of consequence at least. They promise the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. There you go. 15 broken pickaxes, thanks. That's why you get the auto repair diamond picks, you know. Just put on your sunglasses and swag out. But then again, if you have one of those, chances are you're not looking for diamonds unless you're making jukeboxes or something. Or playing modded Minecraft. Let's follow the path to the nearest facility and see what we can find. Mineshaft was infested with mithril caps. Some sort of a research project? They are a most unusual creature. Why do they develop such long limbs when all they do is shuffle about narrow tunnels? They do look kind of stupid. You know, Kryl almost took a tumble. She can't possibly still be dizzy from the lift. Yo, Kryl, you have, like, brain cancer? The answer's probably yes. Let me just take the bends, you know. Thing turns remarkably well. I know where we are. This is Mariol Agronomics. Labyrinthos is a host to a wide variety of vegetation which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And in this facility, which coordinates and oversees those efforts, the fruits of their research go to feed the Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Food so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that sense of urgency. It's possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations worth looking into, wouldn't you say? See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. Ryle, you can't just walk up and steal their pumpkins. Field of ripe vegetables being left to rot on the vine. Thinking emoji. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors. Oh, with the use of the lift being restricted. When did you make it down here anyway? Mineshaft, you say? Well, you're a hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us filling order lists a mom long. Massive yet detailed requests. Literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. First heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation, and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Sounds fake. Do I have aught to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off to the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Hence the stack of crates atop the hill over there. Gods, hauling the lot up that slope was a job and a half. And you? What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale in the very place in which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ilzabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a myriad of flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transition to a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. Used to be called Corvus, but for the Imperials renamed it Locus Amonis. Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It since provided rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. Okay, none of this was helpful. Is there something over here? Oh no, it's the vegetable people. Oh, hey, Stolo, what's up? Stack of crates on the hill is going below. That sounds promising. I'll gather the others and join you there. Okay. Is it up at the top? The labels on these crates tell the story of their contents, bundles of common seeds and saplings accompanied by sheaves of reports. Is something actually interesting gonna happen? Because I'm tired of all of this frickin' Charlie and nerdy bullshit. What?
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
What does that mean? I'd make the same face. They're attuned to ambient emotion.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true.
Okay.
This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair.
Still looks pretty bright to me.
The wisdom of Charlian at our disposal. We've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild.
Weird.
With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration.
I wonder how this is going to be lorically relevant.
As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Okay, thanks, random stranger, for just coming up to me and talking about this flower for no reason. I'm now worried that this flower is secretly the final boss or something.
Have you learned aught of interest?
Yeah, I learned about this flower. You want to know about it?
A flower that reacts to one's feelings. Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
I actually did talk about it. It's gotta be relevant.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
Yes. Oh yeah, just a level 1 dog.
Isn't that the entrance to the arcade?
Crazy. Oh yeah, because he's the botanist. Yeah, yeah, I get you. See, I put 1 and 1 together there.
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're
What
not
makes you
ready
so
to take
sure?
part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
Likely to be
Apologize
true.
later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might
Well-
be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
We should all what?
Cryo?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
You weren't listening, don't lie.
I'm glad you agree.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Ooh. The hell are you talking about? Well, this is why we're doing MSQ, right? We want answers. Is Kyle feeling unwell? Yes, of course she is. Like, she almost passed out like 4 times already. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Alizé is not about to let Erenville out of her sight. Erenville was headed westwards along the path outside the Archeon. Come, we can still catch him. Hold a moment, I have an idea. Hold on. Memory serves, the colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta. Alright. One of Labyrinthus's climate control centers. Should have its own lifts, with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. Aye, if we were an agent of the Forum, it would make it for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Arenville and the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. No, we shall have to remain undetected. But why are all of us going if we want to be stealthy? Only Graha could cast his Vanish spell. There are other ways of turning invisible. You little bitch. You can't just turn me into a frog. How dare you? Unaccustomed to transfiguration? Worry not, it'll wear off with the passage of time. I suggest that you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Arenville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me. I'll refresh the enchantment. What'll I do? Right here with me. In your current state, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Which reminds me, where the creatures hereabouts? In that form, you are essentially defenseless. You are Toad.
Okay. Wow.
Ribbit, ribbit. Alpha Toad and Alatoad are now accompanying. Yes, of course. Yes, yes. And Poogie is still following me. I'm sure they won't question Poogie at all. Poogie is uncanon after all. What? It was just toad noises. What's wrong?
Mario! Mario! We gotta save the princess!
Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm gonna get eaten by a bigger frog. Oh no. Help. Oh, this is what hell looks like. I'm totally fine. Ribbit. Can I see through that guy's head?
You will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory.
Kind of.
We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Charlian scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Charlian was charged with a momentous duty.
Okay, tell me what it is.
And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Oh, I know what they're gonna do, maybe.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the forum.
The first founder of Charlian what? What?
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart.
What?
Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
No, I'm just a frog, bro. You don't know.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Oops. But anyway, like I was saying, the first founder of Charlian, alright? He was essentially just Noah, and he had an ark, and he had all the things in the ark. And the ark is in Alamigo. What is this frog step? What is this shit? What? Okay, anyway. Yeah, so they are trying to get all of the things so they can preserve all of the knowledge or whatever in the world, and they're gonna try to protect it from the end of the world or something. Maybe. That's what I think, anyway. Should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Charlian has been called to action, and the Telophoroid's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. Yeah, in my mind, they're assuming Eorzea's... If the whole world's gonna fall, right? They don't care. Doesn't matter to them. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all of its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the Gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Kryl for the moment. See what they think of this. Do I get my first new thing at 82? I do. Yeah, I get Sheltron too at 82. Hell yeah, baby. Do I get Intervention at 82 too? Yeah, hell yeah. Woo, baby. Let's go. It's the Jets. The Jets, baby. It's the Jets. Weird that it increases the damage of Holy Spirit, but not Atonement. I mean, not Atonement, but Holy Circle. Doesn't increase the Holy Circle damage. Whatever. Guess you found Arenville, then. Yeah, the Jets! Interesting, I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share with this with Cryo and discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming that we find her back at the farm, she was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Do you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? Let's go. Come on. Gotta say, I'm kind of enjoying the frog step a little bit. Wait, the Archeon? I was already here. What the... Didn't I go through a cave? Oh. I'm not already here. It's up there. Oh, okay. Bat Hop? Bro, is that one of the new music discs? Bat Hop? I gotta listen to it. And does it similarly have nothing to actually do with, bats? Oh, dearie me. My sweetest Shaggles! One of the Archeon's precious samples has fled! You have no idea what I'm talking about. My apologies. I'm Noelitia, an archivist. Archeon is home to various samples collected from all across the star, and one such specimen has just escaped. A young troll. Oh, I hope he hasn't been set upon by local predators. I promise to compensate you. Please help me. Okay. Thanks. I will continue to search this area. I'd like you to check the 33rd facet. Once you've had a comprehensive look about, please meet me at the Archeon to report your findings. Yeah, alright. It was a little inconvenient, but I guess it's not that bad. Let's see, what do we got here? Nothing. Got it. Cool. Well, these are so... I just gotta walk. And now I gotta walk back. There's no ether right there. There's no trolls. Perhaps a bit further in? Yes, of course. Just nonchalantly walking past an Arab bear. How you gots to do this? I gotta get a Chocobo reset manual and turn him into a freaking full DPS Chocobo. Alright, I can't find this guy's troll. Good. Good for me. Now we gotta walk all the way back. Hell yeah. Content, baby. Oh shit. There's an ether current in here I didn't see before. That would have been embarrassing. Where did you come from? No one else was in this cave 2 seconds ago. Some of the music goes way too hard. 463 north. I'm gonna go this way. Just on a hunch. $300 yalms north. Okay, my hunch was wrong. $200 yalms north. It's likely up there. Wait, where did this troll person go? Are they up here, maybe? Possibly where the ether current is? It's northwest from here. Oh, there it is. Alright, Kikwi. Kill. Kill, Kikwi, kill. Destroy. Decimate. This abomination of nature shan't be allowed to live. Thank you, Kikwi, for your assistance. Your pay will come in the mail within the next 48 hours, so... If you don't receive it, please send an invoice to this number. Thank you. And if no one responds, we're not legally responsible. Your life. Yeah, where is this NPC? Can't find them for the life of me. Oh, they're up here. Oh, they're up there. Ah, bro. I'm losing my freaking mind. It's fine, we'll talk to Cryo. Don't pick it. Cryo. That kills them.
For you, the spell will keep it from wilting.
What?
She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
Eidolon?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
I've spoken with her a couple times already. She's like on the boat.
Thank you.
I saw you earlier!
Lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment.
Okay.
It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you.
What? Someone who
Take the flower.
isn't in the story yet?
Walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will.
Yeah, sure. Bro, you possessed Pikachu.
Will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
Not possible.
Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away.
What an odd thing to say.
My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out.
Well, it seemed like the echo to
Even
me.
with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower.
It just changes colors based on how people feel. How's that a guide?
Yes, we are definitely making progress.
Is it just, hey, make everyone in the world happy, dog? The flower will let you know when you did it. What? Someone attacking Alize. How did people even find you? Also, why did we run down here just to be...
What business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
I am, though.
Your investigations.
Legit, bro, I did.
Alerting the major
Eureka!
institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers.
I did more than anyone
We
else.
received word from an Archean custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine.
Clandestine?
Uh.
We may not have entered Sharlayan as scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
No, my cat boy!
Grah! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
He's an Archon!
I will only make matters worse.
He's
Instead,
allowed!
treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the
How
Forum.
dare you?
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
I would advise against your stupid
But
face.
enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
How did you even know I was here? Man, feeling an awful lot like Ishgard all of a sudden. I don't know. A bunch of racist, crazy elves telling me I can't live my life.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
Hey, that's my Crystal Sage. That's my boy.
Come to order.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, it's racist to call elves racist, because they just are a racist.
Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work.
That isn't really what's happening, to be fair.
They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances. and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
Well, on that, he's debatably kind of correct. Slightly.
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Hey, that's not fair.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front.
Yeah.
Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age-long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Yes? I think they said that.
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
Well, tell me what they are then.
The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the forum's policy-making process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions.
Okay.
At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
And that is... Please elaborate.
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge.
What does that even mean?
The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
He's enchanted. He can't say.
Yes, we are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Okay.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
You said that in the trailer. We also weren't there with you when you said it.
Such misguided zeal.
Well, Alphino, now's your time.
Father, Master Fortuno.
Okay.
I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty...
Come on, say something cool. Now's your time.
I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me.
That's it.
So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Also has a unique model.
Discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? Now, if we're to quell further discontent,
Interesting.
then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Good person alert? Yo, orange makes me look kind of fat. You know, in a random side note.
Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
I don't know, it seems like a lot of people raise their hand. It's kind of hard to tell. No way he's counting them all.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Oh, I was gonna say, yo, there's no Vieira on the council because they all have to wear hats, but no, I saw one, and they weren't wearing a hat. For shame. Loading times? Hello? There's just a lot of people in Charlian, so I don't totally blame them. Apologies for the trouble I caused you. I was pondering the significance of what I had just read, as I left the restricted section. Knocked over the security mammoth on my way out. Oh my god. Good job. Well, at least we're allowed to stay. Those investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the Ethereal Sea. Our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn a lot more of substance here in Charlian. Alphino, you didn't say anything useful. No offense. Like, you were like, oh man, I'm gonna totally tell my dad that I'm cool, and then he just didn't. He didn't. The overall picture has grown clearer, but that's in spite of the Forum. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions? In plain words. Ugh, survival come what may, his father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family? Yes, evidently. Alphino, Alize, it is you. I heard you've been dragged before the Forum. I came as swiftly as I could. I'm so glad they allowed you to stay. Is it your mom? Her eyes are not blue. I guess their dads are, but... Emilien's Leveilleur at your service. And you fine people must be the signs of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Mother, please, we don't want to make things difficult for you. If word reaches father that we're here... Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my children? I'm well aware that you and Master Fauchenot are not on the best of terms at the moment. I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. Timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Go visit your home. We'll be back at the annex when you're ready to rejoin us. Not sure Lana, what do you think? The Lena Flench? What a splendid day this has turned out to be. The champion of Eorzea. I insist that you join us. Okay. Oh, we must be quick about it, not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. If you'd be so kind to escort my children to the estate. And then she was gone, without any opportunity to protest. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. Wow. Alright, let's go. Let's go get some gifts. I don't want to take no for an answer. Still, I'm glad. Relieved even to see her in such high spirits. What say you? Y'all have a little enough time to enjoy it. Will you accompany us on our visit home? I kinda don't have a choice. We're going, let's get it over with. Be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers. Thank you very much. Why, we're not. The room was ever perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherish mementos you can bring yourself to throw away. Childhood toys. I mean, never mind. Olivia Estate is that way. Straight down the stairs. Come on. Well, let's go then. You know, I really don't need the tooltip every time that they're following me. Like, you might as well just say, hey, Poogie is following you, by the way. It's like, yeah, I mean, I guess. When Alice and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother, a servant, was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. Now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds, even. As children, Alphino and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment. Came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. He's probably worried you were gonna fall 50 feet and crack your skull. I'm almost surprised he was ever like that, considering he doesn't seem to care about you two at all. Here you are at last. Please do come in. Guess that's just a rule, right? While they're tiny and can't speak very well, you love them unconditionally. And then once they obtain their first opinion, you throw them in the garbage can.
Welcome home, my lady.
What a diverse group of servants.
What? What are you gawping at?
Yeah, what are you gawping at? House Leveilleur in its grandeur. Scion headquarters must seem squalid indeed.
I'll have you know I'm quite fond of the Rising Stones.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Nice.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
What am I gonna do? Just sit here in the foyer and eat chips?
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures.
They send one home about how they died and went to another dimension.
Details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying.
Oh, probably not then.
Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience.
Yes, 'tis so clear.
But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
I met them both day one on the cart, bro.
It is plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast...
Does that mean they have never not been sending you letters about me?
Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
Man, it's strange, though. You were an Aura on all of those letters. I'm just a little surprised. Oh, this is where they get their new
I
clothes.
wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Yeah, she doesn't have those really stupid shoes now with the, like,
Look how well it fits you.
icebreakers on the
Stylist to your
bottom.
liking?
Well, it's red, so I assume.
it's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
It would be funny.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore.
But they came to Eorzea wearing the same
You in
clothes.
those precious matching outfits. I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Gang, gang.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I don't know how practical they are. You have, like,
I am so glad
huge chains coming off of
They
your
are, however,
shoulders.
missing one final touch.
Oh yeah, here's your guns. Hey, yo, Alphino. I know you like that book and all, but hey, I bought you some guns. I'm your mom, and I think this is a better use of your abilities.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now.
Oh yeah?
And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
Oh, hey.
I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
If I was Alphino straight up, I'd be like, yo, I can't take this. Are you kidding
An
me?
observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
Unfortunately, I think that's just how it is with dads.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
But your enemies closer. Alright, bye, random lady that I'm just meeting for the first time. Your children are very precious. So, thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her, and I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. The visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice, as will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts help us remember who we are and whence we came. Enough sentimentality, let's return to the annex to rejoin our companions. Didn't they, like, DDoS the Baldesian annex, though? They were just like, hey, yo, students of Baldesian, you can't do anything anymore. And then they dabbed. It was really quite rude. Well, we're finally going to get to our first dungeon. I know, I go through this very slowly, but it is what it is. Don't think for a moment I'm jealous of Alphinaud's new weapons. They're far more suited to him than me. We left for Eorzean in matching outfits, but our styles, both fashion and fighting, have long since diverged. If anything, I'm proud of the differences between us. Red mages are cool anyway. Don't worry about it. They're cooler even in this expansion. I intend to match with these sages' armaments. I will mean learning to imbue them with the same aether I poured into the moonstone and obsidian. Carbuncle, yeah. It is difficult to grasp the essence of such an entity. For me, it will help to think the new with as allies in battle, simply a new form of the energy which went to manifest in my carbuncle companions. For us to feel responsible for the schism of House Leveilleux would be pure hubris. After all, we're merely on the outskirts of what is essentially a family affair. Yet neither can we claim the indifference of strangers. To hear their mother welcome them so warmly was a joy and a relief. Okay, you have the same things to say. As curious as I am to learn the truth of the duty, I wonder what else the Forum is hiding. A calamitous secret whose origin lies in the ethereal sea. Duplicity aside, however, I do not believe Master Fortunato means us ill. Even the harsh words he had for his children stemmed not from anger, I think, but desperation. Enjoyed your time at the Leveilleux, I would hope? I'd ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father so they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Heidelin is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident, once we've heard your report from Thanver, we'll be well equipped to plot our next move. Hey, I'm back from Thanver. I guess there's an expected route you're supposed to take here. They're like, you know, you should do this first, then go to Thanver, but you know, they wanted you the option to do it at your own pace. Be right back. It's gonna be a short little break. There we go. Yeah, I just wanted to eat some food. Drink some water. Put on some socks. My feet were cold. Since there's been progress in both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective locales? You know, I'm not totally convinced we need to care what Charlene is doing. Care about what Charlene is doing.
In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thavnair.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower?
That's a good question,
According
Alphano.
to Orenvold and Fudola's report, they were unable to free the Emolja. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Afrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses?
That there's something in there worth guarding.
Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal. Thus the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
The towers appear
Makes sense to me.
in but the twinkling of an
Though
eye.
that's kind of just a
Because by
guess.
magical means, these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within.
Seems reasonable.
Destroy the core, and the tower ceaseth to be. Thus,
Hold on. I don't know about that.
without harm.
That doesn't sound correct.
So we can hope. And I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Yes, but if we destroy the core, won't the tower cease to exist? Won't everyone then just fall on the ground?
Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Cryo, Yostela, and myself. The
I can
remaining
heal.
Scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this
No,
strategy
I
puts
can't.
both
I'm not
parties at
allowed.
greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin.
Sure, Alpha knows in the right group. What about Alice? She knows a healing spell. I think Sage is more of a DPS than Red Mage is a healer, but for the sake of the joke, I'll say Alice. I'll BM on Alize here.
That she does. But I think Alize herself would assert that she's at her best when she's charging onto the breach. And from what I recall from the Grand Cosmos, there's a spring in her step when she fights by your side.
Yeah, who would have thought, huh?
Ye gods, will you never let me hear the end of that? Rest assured that I will do what is asked of me, regardless of who I happen to be standing next to at any given time.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Rads at Han of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
How are they still so short?
In what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental etherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
But it makes you vomit for like 20 minutes, unless you get like some medicine on the other side. That to have a 4th hotbar. Something special? Oh, you can just add one to the HUD thing. I got like 5. Well, that's expensive. But it is what it is, I suppose. Wait, Ilzabard's here? I thought it was here! It is here! The thing's... What? Literally, the country's flag is here. Fanfare. Why does it say my quest is here, then? Yeah, I'm so confused. Oh, whatever. Let's lose some gil. Can't wait to be level 82. TBH. IMHO. I forgot to turn in the troll quest. That's probably fine. I think by default, new HUDs are invisible. You have to toggle something. Cool. Got it. Anyway, we just follow the beach up. Should be a simple path. Seriously, how come all of these guys' armor sets are so intense? Like, where do I get one? Oh, our friend Feyorzi, we've been expecting you. You and yours will lead the mission to the tower, I'm told. The warding seals will be delivered soon. Till then, please stand by the boat. Your fellows arrive, I will direct them to join you. We pray for your safety and success. Anyway, I could invite people from my FC to do the first dungeon with me. But I'm not gonna, because trusts are cool and I like the lore, the character interaction, and I like being let down by my trust tank and dying. No warning, could have prepared me for that. Wait, what did she say? There's a dungeon in here somewhere. Yeah. If your followers arrive, I'll direct them to join you. Oh, there we go. This is the future of either I travel. I think I'll stick to boats. A warning could have prepared me for that. Kind of which we're a little late. But fighting fit, mostly. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be, call you Varshan, I suppose? Indeed. It would not do to confuse our soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you should see fit to entrust us with your warding scales. Please convey as much to His Excellency. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessings. Our thanks. With these, we can go anywhere with those blessing... We can go anywhere those with the blessing of light can go. Thank you, reading skills. Not only for this operation either, but the ones to come. We can finally break your monopoly on primals. In that case, they're all yours from now on. I'm afraid we can't let you retire just yet. You're the Scion's brightest star, after all. Everyone is amenable to it. Let us review the strategy for good measure. Previously agreed, we'll divide into 2 groups. Man and his band will break through to the tower's defenses and locate its core. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners who will doubtless want for healing due to the duress of repeated summonings. The primals which the tower bringeth forth shall be deities of Thanvarian myth. As we have no prior experience with such foes, try exercising the utmost caution when confronting them. We commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thanvar, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. Y'all haven't really fought any primals before, though, so I feel like you might just be getting in over your head. Like, I've been carrying you guys for so long. Granted, Thancred did have that one cool fight, so maybe he could come. He has to come, to be fair. I'm not a tank. Oh wait, yes I am. Sorry, I'm stupid. Alright. Let's go. I low-key wanted Thancred to come, but you know, it is what it is. When you is a paladin, anyway. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Am I actually offline, or is it fake? It's fake, I'm online still. No way. Oh, my bits are dropping a lot, though. Let me wait a second for the stream to save itself. Seems fine now. Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Moving on. What's up? Oh, I can't talk to you guys? Yeah, alright, fair enough. Sad that I can't bring Thancred. Oh wait, I'm the tank. Oh, here I go. The only way is through. Hornadana. I'll free you from this place, I promise. Oh, there she is. Our friend from before. Oh, right. NPCs don't know how to follow you. Hopefully Hollowed Ground keeps me alive long enough. Damn, look at all the healers I have. Oh, I don't have tank stance on. I'm like, yo, how come they're not following me? I'm kind of glad I didn't have tank stance on, because I would have died if I did. But... This will hurt. Seriously, that change to Requiescent is so nice. Alright, is anyone gonna comment on the elephant in the room? No? Summoning hath begun! It's the Minutia come to life! Focus on sustaining the Arxidora. Can I jump down there? Weird that there is even this many elephant people on this island. Like, this tower is so big. Like, I don't know, it just didn't seem like there was, like, 700 elephant people.
This will hurt.
Perhaps that was just me not paying attention? I don't know. Why do I not have... Enmity? I should. Come on, you're not damaging me, my dude. Try harder. Or try it all. Dot Armored Fiend again. Look at these freaking guys. They look like Zurg from Toy Story. Yeah, okay, Alphana. Prove it. I have you now. I'm just gonna stand in it. If I die, Alpha knows bad. Them's the rules. Alright, well here's the first god. The eldest sister, right? Alright, let's do it. This is like an anti-stack, right? I run away. Oh, shit. I'm reasonably good at first-time mechanics. I don't know what this is, but I think I want to stand in it. Oh, I was right. Hey yo, Alpha no, I'm getting my ass beat.
You underestimate me.
It's okay though, I can use clemency more. Thanks to the changes. So I should be perfectly alive. Oh shoot. Okay, I get your gimmick. Yo, Alpha, no, you have to heal me. Also, how do I even have 3 bone stacks? I've only been hit by like 1 mechanic, and it's this one. Like, I'm pretty sure I can't not get hit by that one. Yeah, I can't. It didn't even give me a bone stack. So I don't know what's going on. Okay, this one's the one where you have to stack in. That's not fair. I had to stand here. I guess you have a really long time before the ranged ones go off. But it's hard to tell. But you better not kill me. Alpha, no, I'm gonna need a little bit more. Oh, this one's fire. Oh my god. Alright, well, a tough first boss. I mean, okay, I guess technically it's not the first boss of the game. It's the first boss of the most recent expansion, so it should be hard, but damn. Ew, these guys are like mega gross. Oh, that's right, if you get tempered long enough, you like turn into a gross monster. So you can't be cured of tempering after a certain amount of time. One, 2, 3, 4.
You underestimate me.
Yeah, Estinian. They really do. He'll never make that mistake again, I'm sure. Ew? What the heck are these things? Hey Alphino. Buddy. Okay, got it. Only pull one enemy at a time with trusts. Okay. Not really a huge point muting myself, I suppose. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Just think my helmet's better. Good to know. What is it made of? Best not to ask such questions. Yeah, it's kind of disgusting and fleshy. So it's probably made of something disgusting and fleshy. Come on, Alphino. I know you can follow me into this freaking room. I'll pull as slow as I have to. Come on. Let's go, Alphino. Come on, Alphino. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. Here, I'll even pull them back into you. Now there's literally no way you could possibly F it up. Alright. Perhaps I was wrong. Taking quite a bit of damage here. There we go. We did it. You know, you really just gotta push him in the right direction. Oh, come to me. My children. My disgusting, wiggly penis children. Alright, now we just invuln. Stand next to Alphino. And he'll heal us up eventually. I believe in him. We'll even reduce their damage, so Estinian can live. There's no way I can possibly lose. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Hey, Alphino, I'm not alright. Alright, Alphino. I'm gonna start using clemency because you're incompetent. Please kill the enemies while I spam clemency. Alphino, please, I'm dying. Thank you, Alphino. I didn't die. Granted, it wasn't really because of anything you did, but I'm thanking you anyway. Well, second boss time. Oh, this is the older sister, right? Because she's the tallest one? That's how that works? Oh, hey. How's it going? I'm doing a dungeon now. It's kind of hard. I'm doing with the trust. And, they're not that good. Ow. Yeah, I think I got the wrong idea about what to do with those red circles. Or maybe it's just, hey, healers, pay attention.
You underestimate me. You cannot stop us.
Who did you stop? Oh, me. Oh, and Alphino. And Alice. Oh, everyone stopped. And everyone's getting hit. I guess we just take turns getting hit. That's how that works. Hello. Kill me. Let me out of this stun. Frozen in time when count reaches 0. Okay, I'll just stand over here then. Yes, it doesn't work that way. Oh no, all my allies are this chick. It's the one still taking the DOT, yeah. One, 2, 3. Wait, are we serious? You're gonna hit me anyway? Oh no, you left. Thank goodness. I waste this last acid stack. It's not that big of a deal, but kinda sad, I guess. Oh, we're at the top now? Come on then.
This will hurt.
All the NPCs focus one guy. The one guy turns around. Ignore the tank. Oh yeah. That's what it's about. Kill your poor bunny boy. Alpha, no, please. It's okay, I will clemency. I need to do well on my account. Alright, moving on. Oh, I can't go through here. Wait, there's just like a tentacle in the way. Okay. Come on then, we can DPS a single enemy faster than this, I'm sure. Please save me. Yeah, man. He's a bicycle. A man's literally just like a motorcycle guy. And he rolls around and runs me over with his stupid wheel. And his butt exhaust pipes. Come on, squad. Bruh. If you would even consider riding that disgusting meat abomination around, I pity you more than it. Mr. Sparkle. Super sparkly delivery. Even though it's soap, but it's fine. I don't remember quotes very well anyway. Alright, the last sister. It's the medium one. It's the fat elephant. No matter the cost, we must protect the tower. No voice. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna be doing this for a little while longer, but when I'm done, sure. You think it'd be a good thing to stream? Serious inquiry only? No meme answer, thank you.
You cannot stop us!
Oh my god. Run? Oh shoot. Wait, oh no. Help! What is this? What is this? What the mother of God?
You underestimate me.
Did not need to use my Endwalker there. Oh my god. Oh my god! Stinian, I can't stack with you if you run away from me. That instant cast, you wouldn't. Okay. Ah. No! Help me! Holy shit!
Let's give them a show.
Bro, what the hell is this boss? It's just like a dance monkey. Team, please just focus on one enemy. This was the one bright side of us, just hitting them both at the same time. Oh, that's a good break. Oh, we don't want to kill them all. Come on! They have to all be defeated at the same time. No! The NPCs killed her! No! This is such a bad mechanic! Come on, just do AoE damage. Just do AoE damage. She's defeated. We defeat you. Oh my gosh, easy. Get out of here, you smell? Hey, Thancred just walks up. I was here too, guys. I got Holy Sheltron, baby! Woo! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about! Bro, it's so good. Yeah, we're all just here? Something to say? Seems to have been the limiter of the tower's defenses. They're nimble fighters, I'll give them that. From what I can tell, the summonings appear to be over. What about you, Aliza? Do you have nothing to say? Just Alpha now? Okay, I'm just gonna assume you have nothing to say. Give me the stuff. The random dog barking. Just beat the first.
Is everyone all right?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
Fortified the captives with what magics we could. The defense has been disabled. All appears quiet for the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy.
Oh, he must have said that already. I just wasn't listening.
Wading through a quagmire.
Quagmire? No one says that. No one says quagmire.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Stola?
Are we in the tower's beating heart? Is there a core?
Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point. This is the core we seek.
This big, nasty, glowing
Something
machine.
is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it.
So what does that
It is
mean?
as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look.
It's as if the core was a primal in itself.
There is something there embedded inside the core.
Oh my gosh!
A man's limb.
Ew, what?
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
Get to it then, Estinian. That's what you're here for.
And that should be the end of it.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Bully for you! And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If we all just fall from the top of the tower... Yeah, and all the elephant people... I was literally saying this. I'm like, if you just destroy the core, it's made of ether, and it just disappears. The hell are we gonna do? We just fall to our death? Yeah, well, there we are. Everyone's dead. Oops. Oh, guess not.
Oh, what happened? Where are we?
What emote is this? It's just like a sad dog.
Good. But 'tis as if it never existed.
Yeah, 'cause it disappeared.
Hardly a scratch. But how?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Brick.
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
Oh, he cast mass slow fall? Nice. Epic.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here.
Are we not gonna talk about how there was like just a guy's
Changed for their time in the tower.
like arm
Even if their bodies are intact,
in there?
we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered.
Okay.
They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
This kid's tail has got like extreme jiggle physics. It's probably a strange thing to say, but it's still true. Our Elefante friend. Converted prisoners are being transported to Ratsidhan for treatment. Alzani Stola will oversee the administration of the temporary treatment with support from those who would know a healing spell or two. But I know a healing spell or two. Go and join them in the city once you've had a moment to catch your breath. You can now enter the Tower of Zot with NPCs. Thanks. I already did that, but thanks. What's up, Justinian? Smatonga may have been a true struggle. My tower's just gone. We're not gonna talk about the limb? Not enough to rest, have you? You never were one for being idle, right? Arshan bade us come to Meghaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Yeah, second thought. Justinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the great work. Left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. It's you and me, then. The guardsman at the gate should wave us through. Stenian should have come with me in my friggin' Jeep Grand Cherokee. That is not even close to what this is. Bro, it was probably an arm or a leg or something. Like, granted, with the look on Ishtola's face, I don't know, it could have been a dong. Just floating around in there. The Estinian stabbed it viciously, so... Whatever happened, happened, I suppose. I'm surprised the tires can handle this ride. This is a well-made vehicle. Granted, I'm driving exceptionally slow. I mean, for a car. Honored Scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. I cannot leave my post. I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry station at the fountain, top the steps should be glad to assist you. Though I've been to Rotsathan before, this place is a veritable maze. Other than risk getting lost, we had better ask for directions from the sentry at the fountain. Either way, don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Now, Stenium is now gonna chill with you. Og. City number 2 reached. Hold on, though. Ulsabar. Yeah, it's up here. So it makes sense that Estinian would have been here on his way to the Empire, but if this is Rotsathan, what the hell is here? This literally says Rotsathan on it. It's down here. I don't get it. It's even shaped the same. There's gotta just be a mistake. Master Lena, I presume? I understand you are here with audience with the satrap. If you require directions to Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Rotsatsan. To get there, I'd ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. To this state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed. The Aetherite is disabled. Such I will provide you with an alternate path. Please ascend the steps next to the fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and ascending them, you will emerge on Pax's path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at the Rue de Fiber. Within, you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. Head up. Thanks, Estinian. Yeah, that was kind of the thing I was trying to get to. It was just head up. Alright, where are all the freaking Aetherites? Let's go this way first. Just in case you're wondering on an estimation of time, once I'm done exploring Rotsathan, getting all the ether currents, I'll probably wind up, or wind down. Aetherite's been temporarily disabled. Nope, sure isn't. You know, I was thinking that maybe you wouldn't have caught that part. Oh, frick. Stinian's back down here because I used an Aetheroid. Come back. What did you even say? On your bearing set, let's get going. Fair enough. This is one of those things where I'm just like kind of confused. I guess I'm not that confused, I suppose. Wait, there was 2 staircases there? But it's like, I feel like Rotsethan exists as a zone in this expansion just because the devs wanted to make it. Like, it kind of wasn't mentioned at all during the MSQ previously. Wasn't really relevant in anything as far as I know. But they were just like, alright, you're going there. Really? It's like, yeah, you know, it's a place. You can go there. Okay. Sounds good to me. Go faster by being a bard. I kinda wish it wasn't the middle of the night and raining here. So I could actually, like, know what's going on. Oh, I can talk with the Stinian down there. Well, you know what has to be done, then. Ah, yes, I know about this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Rotsethan's wealthiest families. They took the God of Luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck. There are also coffers hidden across the land and act as portals. Find one and you gain access to the vault. Interesting that the treasure vault is like a canon place in this expansion. And I guess it kinda was in the other ones, but you couldn't really see it, as far as I'm aware. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. 'Tis a troublesome experience, as I can personally attest. Good to know. Is it Peloton then Sprint? Yeah. Dems the beans. Also, there's definitely a saying, don't call me out on that. People totally say Dems the beans all the time. Heading to Makatuta, are you? In that place, follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. Emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry you should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps on either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Ruvidia Fibers. Free to observe the artisans. Take care not to lose your way. Well. Another Ethernet shard. If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. State of alert still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Makatuta. Case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps, continue straight across the bridge. You can't miss it. I assume that's it. Over there. Oh, I can talk to a Stinian here. I remember passing by here with the Vashan, the situation being as it was, you regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. The city is confusing, the food's quite good, I'm partial to Hamsa myself, the meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Got it, eat the fat bird. Sounds good. Ugh. Water here tastes like garbage. Bruh. Your picture book of technological babies keeps to the baby. Oh my god. Lalafells are just Teletubbies. No. We're finally here. Greetings and welcome to Makatuta. May I inquire after your business? You're members of the Science of the Seventh Dawn. Come at the invitation of His Excellency. Of course, we've been expecting you. I'll show you into the audience chamber. If you would please follow me. Oh, whoops. On my bard. Well, no bunny boy face this time. Get to see me in a skirt, though, so that's fun. What's up?
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
You have. We've been here forever.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
Mm-hmm.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
When do I get that hairstyle? I guess I won't, because I'm a bunny boy and I don't get hairstyles, but...
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Yep, we did not die to fall damage, thanks to you. Just look into my creepy Dark Souls stare.
You have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence.
I didn't think I was done with that now, but I'll take it.
In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzat
Yeah, he's a big dog. Very fluffy.
Throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
Just walks up to Alphino.
We are
He's so
humbled by your
small.
generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Khan will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man.
Oh.
Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance.
Huh.
Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Bro, I love the callback. Got the Heavensward music playing.
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay, when war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company.
Bro, it's... Yeah, you know what? That's probably why it's green.
Reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
Guard somewhere already arrived on a sundered star when he got here.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort.
Oh. Do tell.
'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held,
Interesting.
Stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydralin does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Well. Yeah, that's enough for me. Midgardsormr's my bro.
You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Yes, of course. Not that it's my place to give that to you, but...
Prithee, a moment.
Does he know? Oh no, he knows. I'm sorry, look,
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's
look, your dad, he was really cool. I'm sorry for what I did. I only wish he could be with us here now. Yeah, he went nappies.
I know of his clash with Omega, and the long slumber which was his price. Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world.
Is that like metaphorical?
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's wheel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot, thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
That's kind of rude, isn't it? Oh.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end.
But...
Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
What? That means nothing to me. Hey yo, try harder to make sure no one dies. Gee, thanks.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
Let me just get on that.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Yeah, but chances are you'll ascend to godhood or something and have to kill them all, and that won't happen, but hey. Poggers, am I right? Alright, thanks, big green dog. Alright, that may not have exactly been a time estimate, but that was where I was planning on stopping it. I suppose I might as well turn this in first. What are you and Virtro talking about, Midgard Stormer? Nothing? Oh, sorry, I guess I can't talk about it. Those have gone ahead to the High Crucible, let's go up to them. Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna stop the stream here. So, you're the only one here, so I don't need to say bye to you, but bye.